Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to see you here. So today's video is gonna be something that hopefully those of you that are interested in China will enjoy. I will answer the most frequently asked questions about China. So the thing is that most of the time I pretty much get the same question over and over again. People ask me about like which VPN I use in China, dating in China, air pollution and all that kind of things. So I'm just gonna combine all these things and answer it in this video. So let's get right into it. Were you studying in China or teaching English? So teaching English, I guess, is a very common job for foreigners in China. And some of you, for some reason, think that I was teaching in English. I guess those of you are not very good investigators. But no, I never taught English in China. I was always student. The first time around I came to China, I was studying Chinese at Fudan University. And the second time around, I was doing my MBA degree in luxury brand management at IFA Paris. Are you coming back to China? So as you know, I don't live in China anymore. I moved from China to Paris, so I live in Paris right now, and that's a question that I get a lot. People always ask me if I'm planning to come back to China or if I just want to come back to China, and the answer is definitely yes. I mean, definitely yes, I want to come back to China. Shanghai is just like my city. It feels like my place. Like I don't know, I just really love this city so much, and I definitely really want to come back in the future. So it is a plan. It is something that I hope I can make happen. I mean, I will have to get a job to make it happen, but yeah, let's hope I can get a job in Shanghai in the future, because I definitely really want to. Which VPN did you use in China? I used Astrill VPN. I was recommended Astrill the first time I came to China when I was studying at Fudan University. Basically everyone else was using it, so I just got it. And then the second time around I was also recommended Astrill by my school, IFA Paris, so I got it again because it was working well for me the first time around. Disclaimer, this video is sponsored by Astrill. I actually reached out to Astrill asking them if they want to team up for this video, since I knew this was like one of the most frequently asked questions that I get on my channel. For those of you that are regular viewers of this channel and are not used to sponsored content, I just want to say that this channel is my baby and I would never recommend anything to you guys that I don't use myself or that I don't believe in. So I just wanted to put it in there. People often ask me if I know any free VPNs that I could recommend you, and the answer is no. I don't think any of these free VPNs are actually working, or if they even are, you know, it's kind of sketchy to download something on your computer that you don't really know what it is. Plus, like, to be honest, they're usually working for like 2 days or something and they're super slow. So if you actually need to use all these sites that are blocked in China, like YouTube, Facebook, Google, if you even have to Google something, you'll have to get a proper VPN. So Astrill is not very expensive. I think I paid around $30 for half a year, and the best thing about them, I would say, like the reason why I feel really good about recommending them to you guys, is that their service is really good. So it happened to me that my VPN went down. I switched off my computer, then I turned it on, and then for some reason my VPN wasn't working. So it happens sometimes with all VPNs. I mean, of course it shouldn't happen frequently. It's definitely not something that should happen like every month. It's something that happens maybe once in a couple of months. But anyways, when that happened, I emailed Astrill and they answered me like literally within 5 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. They were so fast at replying and they solved the problem. So that's good. So I must say, whatever VPN provider you decide to get, don't just get something random. Do a proper research on internet. And also, I guess the best way is to just ask people around you, other experts or other people who are using VPNs and have experience, because it is, I mean, it is pretty important in China, let's be honest. And it's super important that they sort of reply to you and they help you right away if there's something wrong. Even a day or two of waiting time would not be acceptable in this case. Actually, when my VPN went down that one time, I was doing my essay. I was like literally in the middle of writing my essay and the deadline was like in less than 24 hours. So I needed VPN. Like, if Google doesn't work, you cannot access like New York Times, you cannot access Forbes. Basically, if you're a student, you don't have VPN, you cannot do any research in English. How were you able to get around China without Google Maps? I did have Google Maps. because I did have VPN. So if you have VPN, you can use Google Maps. What is the dating like in China? Can you use Tinder and other dating apps? Yes, you can use Tinder and you can use all the other dating apps. I don't know if they require VPN. Actually, they might do. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're all working. Both Chinese people and foreigners use these dating apps. So I know some of you asked me about my own experience dating in China. My answer to this question will be, I choose not to talk about my private life like that on my YouTube channel. I already share quite a bit of my life. However, I just feel like it's really important, and I really want to put it out there that even for people who choose to share certain aspects of their life online, like my, you know, whatever I share and like my traveling or whatever, it's still important to keep certain things to yourself. It's important to keep certain aspects of your life private, and like the most important things in life, like family and relationships, I don't know, I choose to keep it private. I just don't feel like I am required to share it online only because I make YouTube videos, you know. It's probably China. China is great. It was a question from my friend Max. I think he's just being a prankster. Is air pollution in China as bad as people say it is? And does it affect your everyday life in China? Yeah, I also made a whole video about it. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna like advertise my own videos in this video, but you know, there is no point of repeating myself. But yeah, link to this video somewhere here. Basically, I mean, I would say yes, air pollution is an issue in China, definitely. But the thing is that air pollution, it depends on the day, it depends on time of the year. You might come to China during like summer and it might not be that much of an issue, but then if you come in winter, because of the cold air, yeah, something happens, and then pollution is more of an issue. And it also just depends. If you're a tourist, you know, you can be really unlucky and you can come to China or like wherever during the time where the pollution will be bad because of the wind, but then you can come when the pollution is amazing. I mean, pollution is amazing. There is no pollution, so the air is amazing. Actually, when I went to Beijing, and Beijing is known for having really high pollution, even worse than Shanghai, when I went there, the air was so clear. There was like literally blue sky every day, which doesn't happen that often in Beijing. So it all depends. But of course, if you live in China, yes, pollution will affect your life to a certain degree. You will need to look it up on your phone every day. Basically, for example, if you want to go out for a run or if you want to go for a walk, you should probably look it up, and if it's very high, you should wear a mask. Having a mask is very normal in China. I would say everyone owns it. Sometimes, to be honest, you don't even need a weather app, because as soon as you go outside, you can see if the pollution is high. Not even like on the, you know, air. It's like you can see it on people, because if pollution is bad, so many people will wear masks. And I would say the good thing about China now is that like actually pollution is a huge issue in many countries, where people don't really talk about it that much, or people are not really aware. With China, on the other hand, the case is that both the government and Chinese people are very much aware of the problem, and I know that the government is doing stuff to help and to improve the air quality, and people, like citizens itself, they are also very much concerned with this issue. So it's a huge discussion, huge topic in China. So I would say the good thing is that, I mean, people are really trying to do something with it. Is it difficult to find Western food in China? I would say it all depends where in China you are. If you are in Beijing or Shanghai, then nope, no problem at all. Nowadays in Shanghai, even like normal Chinese supermarkets, I guess the bigger one like Carrefour's and stuff, like Tesco's and stuff like that, they all have a lot of Western food, like bread, yogurt, milk, I don't know, like all the cheese and stuff like that. Even now the situation is actually so much better than it was like when I was in China last time. So I came to China in 2013-14, then I left, and then I came in 2017. So already then, after like 3 years of me being separated from China, I could see such a huge difference. Normal supermarkets had so much more of like all Western products than when I was there the first time. So I think, yeah, if you're going to a big city, it shouldn't be your concern. However, if you're going to a smaller city, then yes, it will definitely be difficult, as it probably is difficult to get proper authentic Chinese food in smaller European cities. I mean, I would say it's like pretty much the same, right? What are the best places in China to travel? I would say I haven't really even traveled that much in China. I mean, I have, but then China is so huge and there is just so much to see that I just feel like, oh, I mean, there's just still so much to see. But I would say my favorite places, well, obviously Shanghai. I don't think you can come to China without seeing Shanghai. And then besides Shanghai, I really like Shenzhen. I think it's a very interesting and cool modern city. And Guilin, I really like Guilin as well. I mean, not the Guilin city itself, but the area like Yangshuo and the rivers and the rice fields around the city. I think this area is so beautiful. It's actually known for being like one of the most beautiful places in China, and yeah, I really loved it there. I wish I could go back one day. What are your favorite places in Shanghai? I don't know, it's a hard question to just like answer like this. Obviously Shanghai is so huge, so it has so many amazing places, but if you want to know like my favorite sort of like restaurants slash bars, clubs, go to my 24 hours in Shanghai video, and then in the description of the video I made lists of my favorite restaurants and my favorite bars and nightclubs. And in general, when it comes to like other favorite places in Shanghai, maybe I should just make a separate video about it, because if I would start talking here, I mean, I would never end, to be honest. And final question, how to find an apartment in Shanghai and which neighborhoods are the best? Again, I'm gonna plug in my own video here. I made a video called 4 days of apartment hunting in Shanghai, so you can watch that if you want to know how I found my apartment in Shanghai. The easiest way to explain it, I would say, or the way I did it, was through an agency. You just go to an area that you're interested in and you search for an agency. There are a lot of these real estate agencies in Shanghai, at least. You just walk in, you tell them what you want, you tell them your price range, and they will find an apartment for you. But obviously you have to pay an agency fee, which can be pretty high. It can be like 30-40%, I'm not sure actually. Or the other way to do it is of course through like internet, Facebook groups and stuff like that. But I think it's actually such a broad topic that I can talk about for a while, so I'll probably make a separate video about it. So I guess this is it. I already talked for quite some time, which always happens to me. Like I literally, I don't know, I cannot make a short video. I'm trying, you guys, I'm trying, but it's just not going so well. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any other questions, just please let me know in the comments, and maybe I can film a part 2 of this video. And yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I hopefully see you soon.